It's time for our tech segment, and joining us now is our technology reporter, Paul Ndiho. Paul, what do you have?
Thank you, Esther. Kenyan innovators are betting on digital technologies to attract younger people to agriculture, a field currently dominated by an aging population with 99% of mobile phone penetration according to the nation's communications authority. The cell phone is an important source of extension services in areas where such services are not available. Sarah Kimani reports from Keno, Kenya.
As a young girl in central Kenya, Penina Wanja witnessed firsthand the challenge of rearing cattle without professional help.
Growing up in a farm where my mom had 2 cows, poorly managed, and I normally give this story. They could give us 2 cups of milk and they could be milked anytime.
As a practicing extension officer, she noticed information gaps made farmers grope in the dark and rely on trial and error in their day-to-day farming activities. The results, low productivity.
It's a gap that I saw because when you look at even the statistics and the nature that is on the ground, our government has provided at least 1 extension officer to close to 4,000 farmers. So there is actually a need for these critical services.
It is then that she came up with DigiCow, a mobile phone application offering expert advice to farmers that also allows them to keep up-to-date records. Stanley Kamau was among the early users of the app. A year since its launch, Kamau talks of increased milk yields, healthier herds, and a well-organized farm.
They got a platform on the app where we say, for example, during the time for meeting, you keep your records, then you get to know when your cow may calf down. But in the old way, you used to take dates. You do the cumbersome work of counting down.
80% of Kenya's population is made up of small-scale farmers, according to the World Bank. DigiCow is an example of how technology can be used to bridge the knowledge gaps in the sector. It is also a way of encouraging Kenya's unemployed youth to farm, according to Boniface Akuku, an information and communications expert in Nairobi.
Research says that the average age of a Kenyan farmer is 60, which is almost a retired person. That's the age of either going to retirement or almost a retired person. That person has no energy. So what we need is what I would call mind change philosophy. We need to change the mind of our people to encourage young people to engage into farming. Otherwise, if that does not change, the uptake of this technology will be zero.
Mobile-based solutions make sense in Kenya as information can reach millions of people. Wanja says 3,500 farmers use her app.
African agriculture must be disrupted, and we have no way about it. Even if we don't disrupt it by technology, already climate is disrupting it.
To deal with issues of illiteracy, DigiCow has a voice-based service that Wanja says has proved of help to the older farmer. Sarah Kimani for VOA News, Kenya.
That's today's Tech Reporter. Back to you, Esther.
Oh, thank you very much.